So I was first attracted to content design because I really dislike bad writing, and I really dislike having to go through lots of useless text online to find an answer to a yes or no question. So content design seems like a very logical thing to me, both for a business and for users. So that's where the interest came from. I first got into content design when I was looking for a job um, while I was at uni. So I was looking for something to do after uni, and I didn't really know what to do with an English literature degree because it's very broad. Um, but I love language and I love working with words. So as part of my degree, I worked with everything from Old English up to modern literature. And that really gave me an appreciation of plain English after reading through reams and reams of academic articles. So when I got the chance to get involved with the Llibertat's young adult program, I jumped at it. Um, yes, I worked with Libertat for a while and they trained me up. They got me working on projects with a more senior content designer trying my work. And I was able to work with clients and I worked on one of their projects that became award winning. So that was great. It was a really good experience and I very much enjoyed it. So working at Libertat, being a smaller company, it was a lot better to start off as a newcomer because I got to work closely with really strong content designers and I got that sort of one-on-one training that you don't get in a lot of places. I also got to work on like a range of different types of content for like different sorts of clients and organizations, and also different formats of content, which when you're starting out, that's sort of difficult to get, a varied experience. So that was quite useful. I think at Libertat, I learned how to work as part of a team because we had big projects, quick deadlines, and it's really specific sorts of information that we were writing about. So I learned how to quickly adapt to different sorts of language, different audiences, and with very like niche information, how to convey that in the simplest possible way to a user, which really is the cornerstone of content design. So, the advice I'd give to somebody trying to get into content design is read. You're going to be doing a lot of it anyway, but content designers are really passionate about what they do on the whole. You give us a chance to write a blog post, every single one of us will jump at it. So, there's lots out there. So, there's lots of ways to find out about different companies, read up on the web, and sort of get an idea of if you would enjoy it. But then you've also got lots of training courses. So I went on a Libertat training course and I found that as a crash course, that was exactly what I needed to sort of get my foot in the door and get an understanding of what the job would entail and what the main points about content design were. I'd also say practice writing in plain English because that's the most important skill to develop. And if you can write well, then you've already a step ahead of most people. And that's a skill you can apply in most areas of your life. I think the average day as a content designer, um, you're not sitting there trawling through pages and pages of information and trying to pull it apart, and essentially you're not sitting there reading through academic papers all day, but you are looking at lots of different bits of information for lots of different audiences and lots of different users. So regardless of how much you're reading, it never gets dull. You get to learn a lot of things that you never thought you would know or never thought you needed to know. Um, but most importantly, you get to work as part of a team. You get to work with other content designers trying your work, but you also get to work with other user-centered design professionals, for example, user researchers. And you get to work with subject matter experts, so people who know a lot about a specific thing, and you get to pair right with them in some cases to translate the important information that they've got into something that's going to be useful to most people. And I think that's a very rewarding thing to do.